Well, friends, here we are once again, and looking at another of the Psalms today. This is Psalm 7. I am at another place right by my house. This is near a Catholic retreat center. And I'm sitting in the middle of the prayer labyrinth. If you have never walked a prayer labyrinth, I cannot commend it highly enough to you as a devotional and meditation practice. It's a wonderful way to not only physically, but also just emotionally kind of center yourself. And I'm grateful that this is only just about a 2-minute drive from my house or about a 15-minute walk. So I'm here on this beautiful day. But Labyrinth is one, though, that, again, just with what we're working with, what we're dealing with in our lives right now, this is a metaphor for it. Of as you walk a prayer labyrinth, you're kind of walking closer and closer to the center, but also at times you're walking further away. And that kind of mirrors to me some of what you, or at least I'm feeling during this time, of times feeling very secure and comfortable, and times feeling, well, maybe not so much. So, our psalm today, Psalm 7, entitled A Prayer, or excuse me, A Plea for Help Against Persecutors. O Lord my God, in you I take refuge. Save me from all my pursuers and deliver me. For like a lion they will tear me apart. They will drag me away with no one to rescue. O Lord my God, if I have done this, if there is wrong in my hands, if I have repaid my ally with harm, or plundered my foe without cause, then let the enemy pursue and overtake me, trample my life to the ground, and lay my soul in the dust. Rise up, O Lord, in your anger. Lift yourself up against the fury of my enemies. Awake, O my God, you have appointed a judgment. Let the assembly of the peoples be gathered around you, and over it take your seat on high. The Lord judges the peoples. Judge me, O Lord, according to my righteousness and according to the integrity that is in me. O let the evil of the wicked come to an end, but establish the righteous, you who test the minds and hearts. O righteous God, God is my shield, who saves the upright in heart. God is a righteous judge, and a God who has indignation every day. If one does not repent, God will whet his sword. He has bent and strung his bow. He has prepared his deadly weapons, making his arrows fiery shafts. See how they conceive evil and are pregnant with mischief, and bring forth lies. They make a pit, digging it out, and fall into the hole that they have made. Their mischief returns upon their own heads, and on their own heads their violence descends. I will give to the Lord the thanks due to his righteousness, and sing praise to the name of the Lord, the Most High. Our poem today is written by Mihi Kim Court, entitled Do I Have To? Focused on verse 6, Rise up, O Lord. Some days it's better to stay in bed, most days, to find refuge under cover of darkness, clutching indecision wrapped in a feeble attempt to elude the sun's rising. Because some days salvation means too much. Do I have to face them? Do I have to face those? Do I have to face these? Do I have to face the day just because you rise? That speaks to me about a sense of call. Sometimes calling isn't something we want to follow. Things that God lays out and says, this is what is before you today. And there are days that, yeah, easier to just curl up in bed and just stay there. But as we read in 1 John, we're not called to have a spirit of fear, but a spirit of hope and power and a spirit of love. My friends, this is a time when we are called not to withdraw, but to engage in the ways that we are able. And it's easy, like the psalmist said, to throw our anger out at all kinds of other things and call down God upon what's taking place. But I think there's a call for us. There's a call for us to love, and a call for us to serve, and a call for us to pray. And sometimes, maybe the best place to do that is curled up in our beds. But there are those days, in most days, when God says, rise up, just as God has risen up. Grace and peace be with you.